business restructuring for the personal year. And your personal year, just like all the rest, is a 4, which is restructuring your foundation and pruning what doesn't fit in your life anymore. So it's definitely something that it keeps coming up for you. Let me just see, 6. You would be most likely in a relationship pruning because you're in a 6th cycle, which means that you're looking at pruning energy because you're just about ready to step into what it is that your path and your purpose is all about. So for you, if you haven't already done that, if you haven't already went through some relationship struggles in the past couple of years, then you're definitely going to do it now because it's all about preparing for your path and your purpose. Because the next 2 cycles are the 11 and the 10, which is all about being the spiritual guide and the earth guide. And I know that sounds airy-fairy and it sounds really metaphysical, but it's not about that. It's really about being the mentor and being the one that says, hey, listen, I've been there. This is what happened to me. And so being that teacher, being that one that shares what you know with other people. And you have double isolated 9s and also not a double, but you have a 7 that's isolated, and then you have double 2s. So to me, that's really challenging energy in the sense that you've had a lot of hindsight learning, a lot of like, oh, okay, here we go, same crap, different pile kind of thing. And, you've really put in your time, and you probably feel like you've lived 3 lifetimes in one compared to the average person, but it's adding to who you are and what you're supposed to be doing. So in the next several years, it's really going to be about stepping into what you're supposed to be doing.
Thank you for that, Michelle. I just want to say we had, Chuck says you nailed it, by the way. Thank you very much. I just want to say that the questions in the chat room have been revolving around Chris's rare, not raw, but rare steak. And the question was, is it still bleeding? And I said, it's still mooing. So it's a really rare steak.
Well, listen, Chris, I almost died from food poisoning from a steak. And that just makes me livid. Because I was in the hospital literally for 3 days with stuff coming out both ends.
Oh.
And I thought I was on intravenous, the whole 9 yards, from a steak that was undercooked. So you'd better cook your moo-moo because it could make you sick for
Chris,
sure.
Chris, does that make it more appetizing for you, Chris, what you just said, huh?
Well, listen, I like everything I eat rare. I like everything a little bit undercooked.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a big boy. I'm 46 now, although I look like I'm 36. Thank you.
Yes, you do.
And I've been eating rare meat my whole life, and, my parents always told me you eat too much red meat, and my brother actually stopped eating red meat. But you know what? I don't eat it often, and I really don't eat it often. I eat a lot of chicken, a lot of fish and stuff like that, especially since I've been losing weight. And every now and then when I have my steak, I have to have it rare. Otherwise, I can't eat it.
Wow. So. Well, what's your blood type? Do you know that?
I'm A positive.
Ah, interesting. Because I don't know that the A. See, I'm O positive, and I'm supposed to be carnivorous. So I do like my meat. I like to eat the chicken and the red meat and all that, but I like it well done because of the whole incident that I had. But I thought the A's were more of the vegetarians. Or
actually, I'm also A positive, and my leaning. I don't eat. I eat next to no red meat. My leaning is toward chicken, fish, and vegetables. So.
Well, me too. But you know what? I like everything rare, even my women. So
we know that. We know that.
Our next reading is for our friend Myra, who is also a radio host, a very nice girl, very good friend of ours, and her date is 11/30/78.
78. Well, that's my year. All right, so we've got 30. Another arrow of frustration. Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got a doozy of a chart here because we've got an isolated 3, but we also have the arrow of great expression or the arrow of activity. Let's see, 10, 18, 25. Another 30. Wow. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so I can see this chart very well because, I am a 30, but having that restless energy, having that energy that wants to be the mouse wheel, that wants to never sit still, I can see that with this energy as well. But also live and learn energy. There's a lot of live and learn with this because the isolated 3, not being understood, being more misunderstood, not being able to really express how you feel, but also having that energy that wants to express but just doesn't have the right words to express, and, having that arrow of frustration that sets the bar really high, being let down, all those things. Let me see, just 2, 3, 7, 5, 12, and 3. So you would be 30, 33, 40. All right, so it's still about career for you. It still is about career, however, it is pruning yet again. See, every single person, I looked through all of these sheets, and every single one of them pretty much, except for one, had the 4 as their personal year. So the 4 is really strong in terms of restructuring foundation right now because, again, I'm not surprised because we already had a tier 3 that was in a 4 year. So it's all about restructuring because it's time. It's time for you to step into what it is you're meant to be doing, and especially for the pure 3s. So definitely the 4 is front and center right now, just to figure out what it is I'm supposed to be taking out of my life or restructuring or shuffling around and to get ready for what it is I'm supposed to be doing. Because you're entering right at 42, a 12-3, which is all about really things coming together, things coming full circle. So if you're not really in the pruning yet, you will be, because it is about things coming full circle for you. Things are coming together. It's all, the dots are connecting.
Wonderful. Before we continue, I just want to make a follow-up comment on what Chris had said before about steak and his women. He likes them both rare. I remember the old Rodney Dangerfield line, steak and sex, my favorite pair. I have them the same way. Very rare.
That's funny.
That is funny. Do we have Jessica? Is Jessica next, fellas?
Yes, Jessica next.
Okay, Michelle, we have Jessica, 2/9/1970.
Wow, we have some difficult charts coming up here. 1970. Another arrow of frustration, another double isolated 9, another isolated 7, which means live and learn, set up for a lot of disappointment, let down. 17, so it's 8, 17, 19, 10. But definitely easygoing. I mean, the 10s are usually easygoing. However, there's still a lot of perfectionistic energy there. A lot of like, I expect this from you, or I expect that from you, or I expect a certain level of respect or appreciation or that kind of thing. There would be that for sure, but also not as much ability to express how you feel and what you want and what you need, because you just have the single one. And then live and learn experiences, so hindsight learning. Let's see, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so definitely a new beginning here, all about new beginnings. The 1 year, so 1 is the pioneer, the trailblazer, the number of new beginnings. Let's see, 11, 2, 9, 17, 8. Opportunities. So new beginnings and opportunities is what your key theme is right now. New beginnings, opportunities. And you're moving into a mentoring stage. So if you haven't already come across those opportunities and those things haven't already fallen into your lap, they will be coming soon, because it's all about mentoring next. And that would be, let me see, 26, I'll tell you the age, 9, so 35 would have been the start of the 8, the energy of the new beginnings, and then adding another 9 to that would have been 44. So actually you would have already hit that then. You would have already hit the opportunities, pretty much. And now you're in the mentoring stage. You're in the stage of like the double ones, the number of new beginnings, and also the mentoring. So I don't know what you're doing now, but it's definitely probably vastly different from what you were doing in your 20s and 30s, for sure.
Thank you, Michelle. What do we got next, fellas? Is it Nay?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, Michelle, we've got Nay, 6/2/76. It's your birthday. Work on a body like it's your birthday.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Double sixes. So definitely, there's a lot of balance here, though, in terms of you've got enough physical energy to balance some of those sixes. However, those double sixes can be evil in the sense that they really drag you into that what if this and what if that and the what if scenarios and the heartburn and the digestion and the anxiety and but they can also be highly creative too. So 6 is a number of extremes with a very strong positive and a very strong negative side. But when you're not in the positive, it can be very hard on your health and hard on your body. But when you're in the positive with the double sixes, I mean, anything is possible. It's like a really strong energy in terms of making things happen. Let's just see, 10, 17, 23, okay, so 40. So you're a 5. No, yes you are, but you're 32 Hitler. Oh my goodness, 23. Oh, sorry, 23. 31. Okay, good. Because I was just going to say, if you were a 5, Hitler was a 32-5. It doesn't mean that you're like Hitler if you were a 32-5, but Hitler had a very strong affiliation with the arts, and he was known to be very humanitarian toward animals, but also, the flip side of the 5, which is dominating and controlling. But you're not that. You're a 31-5, so or 31-4, sorry, so don't worry about that. You're a 4, so it's all about structure, organization for you. A lot of people who are 4s tend to be technical writers. They tend to be the ones that are all about practicality, stability, the loyal friends, the ones that, don't, they wouldn't necessarily be the life of the party, so to speak, but they would also be, the stable ones. So that's a good thing, right? Let me just see, 8, 10, 11. Oh, wow, this is a really pivotal year for you. 16-7, it's like you're on the spiritual mountain, and you're, like, turning the page really hard this year, and in the sense that you're turning the chapter. Let me just see, 8, 7, 6. Okay, 4, 2, 1, and 50. So you're 47. Still live and learn, though. There's still a lot of live and learn in there. If you still feel like you're living and learning, this year is really pivotal in the sense that you're in a double 7, which means that you're really on the spiritual mountain saying, okay, this is how far I've gone and what I've done, and this is what I want to do next. And that's really the energy and the essence. So don't feel bad if you're not making any outer action because you're not meant to. Just worry about doing the inner stuff because that's really what you're needing to be focusing on right now.
Okay. Do we have time for another one, guys, or do we need to take?
Yeah, I think somebody named River. Let's give River's birthday right now, and then we'll take our break.
Okay. River, 3/7/74. Ooh. I love this. By the way, everyone in the chat room is saying thank you for the readings, and I am too.
Okay, awesome.
So, River, you just turned 40.
I did.
Nice.
Wow.
Actually, I think I just turned 41. Well, thank you.
No, you don't. Absolutely not. I mean, you look even younger than Chris.
I
had to put that dig in there, right?
She is younger than me.
No, I know, but you said you look 30s. So I thought I had to put that dig in there, right?
No, maybe not 30. Maybe like 38 or something like that. I don't know.
No, I'm just teasing you.
I forget sometimes that you can see us when we can't see you and it's just a phone. I forget that we've got that lovely connection.
No, she doesn't see us.
I can't. No, I can't.
She's on the phone. No. She's on our
I
side.
only saw your friend request. Just
oh, when we did the Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh my goodness! Wow, you've been under a lot of like do, like
wow.
Like so many projects, so many things like do.
Oh, that's better than do.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not talking about do, but I'm talking about do.
Yeah, no raw steak eating for me. We're good over here.
Listen, while she's reading it, let's do it. Do.
And you're in a really high change year this year. Wow, really high change. So you just turned 41, right? So let's just see what number you are. 21, 30, 21. So you're 4, so 32, 9, 41. Oh, okay, so you're in the second do. So you are